Okay, so I think I'm live now. Let me just go ahead and double check. Okay, so oh, I see the Meech in the chat. I just have to open up my phone real quick. Because hey guys, and welcome to another stream. And if some of you are watching this as a regular video, that's fine too. But basically, what I'm gonna do is analyze the trailer, because look at some different aspects on it, give my thoughts. Also look at a couple Japanese websites too that have some information on the game. So let's go ahead and get started. Tell me if there's any problems with the audio, because I mean I'm not sure if like the video's too loud or anything. So let's go ahead and get started with the trailer. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start here. I really like the aesthetic here. I really like how the stages are kind of coming together, and it kind of reminds it kind of is retaining some of the style that Charged had, like with like not entirely, not really the post-apocalyptic, but more of the futuristic aspects of it. So I think it's really cool and kind of unique for the Mario series to have something really cool like this. And it kind of is continuing the tradition of the Mario Strikers series, doing really interesting stuff, really cool things here. That's what I really like about this, like the mashup kind of, kind of the mashup theming of this game. I really like that, and it's kind of making this game more unique. Okay, let me go back a second. Okay, so here we have a Bowser's Castle area, and that's kind of like the standard Bowser's Castle. And I kind of like how they kind of mashed together like this, or kind of fused. And then the other side is Luigi's Mansion. Definitely has some influence from Luigi's Mansion 3, and I think a little bit of Dark Moon too. Actually, I believe that's the Luigi's Mansion one. Like there's like green windows. And then we have Mario jumping out of a portal. I wonder if there's going to be some kind of either this is the intro animation to like starting a stage and everything like that, or there's actually like a kind of like the road to Strikers Cup in Mario Striker or something. I think it was called something like that, but it was like some kind of career mode where you kind of move up the ranks, similar to tournaments in Mario Tennis and Golf. Kind of a similar idea to that, and I wonder if it has something to do with that, or that's just the intro animation. Yeah, actually, yeah, that might be the intro animation, but I do like that intro animation there. Okay, one thing that I've noticed, this is really nitpicky, but I feel like the audience could have more variety. Like I just see, I mean, the Shy Guy colors are all right, but there are a lot of Toads and Yoshis in there, which I kind of feel is like a bit generic. Because it's kind of weird because the backgrounds are like really unique. Like you have like this one. I think this is the Luigi's Mansion one. It's either, actually, I'm not even sure if this is Luigi's Mansion. I think this might be some. Honestly, I think it might be a different. Yeah, I think it's either, because later in the trailer they show some kind of upgrade thing, so I think that's either Luigi's Mansion or like a different one here. I'm not sure. Like when I saw this, I thought it was Luigi's Mansion at first. I'm thinking it's either like actually, yeah, I'm not sure. It's either like an upgraded version of Luigi's Mansion, because later in the trailer they show something about like the upgrade customization in this game. But it might be an entirely new one, like a new kind of castle kind of style one that's not Peach's castle. I'm not sure. I thought it was Luigi's Mansion at first. Yeah, I agree about like Boom Boom not being as good as the Kremlings. Like I feel like the Kremlings were kind of classic to the series and everything. And I don't know why they didn't bring them back. Maybe because Tanabe was involved with this game, and I'm pretty sure Tanabe is, because Tanabe works on most next level games, or next level games, games that they do. Like he worked on Luigi's Mansion 3, like, and Tanabe has been weird about bringing back the Kremlings, and so I think that might be a reason why they're gone here. I'm not entirely sure. I do like Boom Boom in the artwork though. Like I mean, I guess that art style can make anything go hard, but let's continue. So yeah, it's showing the customizable colors again. This one I assume is showing like bananas here, so I think it might be the DK one, like part of the DK stage. And there's also Bowser's Castle again. And then yeah, there's some of the items like the Mega Bob-omb and the shell. Actually, let me take a look at that Luigi's Mansion stage again. I think there was another view of it. Kind of actually, honestly, I would say it's kind of a mixture of all three games. Like, graphically, it looks the most like 3. The interior kind of reminds me of the original game, and the exterior kind of reminds me of Dark Moon. Okay, let's see. I really like that animation there. I really like how they incorporated the art style into the game itself. That's one of the highlights I have with this game so far. They kind of incorporated like a really interesting art style. In next level games, I feel like that's definitely one of their decisions and everything. Like, since Luigi's Mansion 3 had a lot of expression and a lot of expressive characters, and Beach said, are you gonna review shit sports? I'm not buying that game even used. Like, I feel like that's probably gonna bore me. Like, considering the fact that I don't like Sticker Star or like a lot of generic games, like Switch Sports really looks boring from what I've seen. Like, I know some people are saying good things about it, but really overall the general consensus I'm hearing from the game is either meh or worse. Like, it's either just like it's okay. Gameplay's fun, there's a lack of content, or like it's outright bad. And I'm kind of leaning on the side of it being outright bad. I am not picking this game up, or not. Well, I'm picking up Mario Strikers. But I'm not picking up Nintendo Switch Sports. But let's continue with Mario Strikers. But yeah, I would honestly rather play Sticker Star. I'm 100%ed it. Yeah, I feel like the gameplay from the first two games, because I've been playing Charged a lot recently, it feels mostly retained here. But there were like some refinements and some changes that they made. Honestly, I know, Demeech, you have a problem with minimalism and stuff like that, but I feel like for a game like this, I feel like this style looks fine. I kind of like, it's kind of, like, I know some people may find this UI to be a bit basic, but I kind of feel like it's a little stylized here, and it is fitting. It's not just like a Arial font like they do with a lot of games, but yeah, I like the detail. Like, there's like the screen in the background. There's just a lot of detail and polish in the game. I am concerned about content, which I'll get into later in the trailer, but even if this game is lacking in content, it does seem like it has a lot of charm to it. It still does seem, and also a lot of polish to it too, like a lot of games made by Next Level, like the older Mario Strikers and Luigi's Mansion. So, like, I feel like it at least, I honestly, when comparing this game so far from what we've seen to Mario Tennis Aces and Mario Golf Super Rush, there's already a sharp increase in the quality. Like, you can see, like it doesn't look this graphically good, and there really isn't this much detail in either Aces or Super Rush. Like, I feel like that's already kind of, like, I mean, I'm not sure about how much content's going to be in this game, because this trailer is kind of vague, and it's also not in English either, obviously, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, like I said, the gameplay is mostly, it kind of feels like mostly similar to the first two games. I mean, I don't think they change up the formula too much. It does seem kind of receive those aren't standards. Yeah. Yeah, or if you're referring to aces and Super Rush, yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that frame that I paused on with Wario. But yeah, that's kind of showing that the characters are pretty expressive. Yeah, I know this was shown in the first trailer, but I feel like they're kind of doing the stages or the stadium halves based on the characters. So that means I think in the game, like since there's we'll get into the characters later, but so far there's confirmed to be 10 characters. I think that will mean there will be probably 10 stages unless there's unlockable characters, which is like a discussion which I'll also get into. But I like these stylized stages. Yeah, I really like those. It looks a little. Actually, I'm not sure if that's in like I've been playing Charged recently. I'm not. Is that a new mechanic? Because I've only been playing Charged for like a couple months now. I'm not sure. I know the you could like it's obviously you always push characters to get the ball and everything, but this looks a little different because some of them have unique moves. Like there's one render that Wario has where he's doing the shoulder bash as one of his moves. Actually, no, I think that yeah, that looks like some kind of yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's kind of like a interesting form of passing here. Like it's like Mario pushes Donkey Kong closer to the goal here, and then yeah, that's interesting. I kind of like that. Kind of focusing. I feel like there's definitely a big focus on kind of like well, obviously multiplayer, but it kind of seems like they're implementing more mechanics into this game to be better suited for both multiplayer and online multiplayer. Demeach said, "I'd rather play Sticker Star and watch Fresh Air in VR, all while watching Annoying Orange, the spit bubbles thing for 24 hours in the background, all washed out with a jar of Marmite." It should be available at launch. Plus, they didn't support the leg strap at launch, despite including it. Yeah, that's really weird with Switch Sports. Okay, yeah, that's so the system, I'm only really talking about Mario Strikers Charged when I'm saying this because that's the only one I've played. But the system here seems to be a little different because in Charged you could just kind of do it at any moment, which honestly I feel like was a little broken. In this game, you could just charge towards the goal and it won't do like the hyper strike and everything. But it looks like on here you'll need the orb, which I think is a little more balanced than it was in Charge. Because at Charge, you can basically kind of charge it up at any time. And even though even though the other player or blocking could still use the Wiimote to deflect the shots, I feel like this is definitely more balanced. Yeah, that was in the first trailer. Oh yeah, I like Waluigi's here. That's really cool. Yeah, you can see he has the iconic rose and everything, and that is really cool. I really like these unique moves that each of them have. I feel like one thing that was missing from Mario Golf Super Rush was like the winning animations, and I like that game kind of felt soulless. as a result. But this game, I feel like it's actually having a lot of expressiveness and unique aspects about each character. Yeah, like Peach has the heart, kind of like the Mario Kart item, and also Peach is kind of associated with hearts too, so. Wait, was that the thing that Yoshi did? Actually, I think it mentions it later in the trailer. Yeah, like Yoshi's going a lot faster. I think that might be due to the like the gear that he's wearing or something like that. But I'm not exactly sure. Or that might be an item too. Actually, yeah, I think that's an item. Because it does show the different. Okay. Okay. Here is the problem that I have with like, honestly, I really only have one problem with the game so far. I think everything else about this game looks great. But the problem I have here is that they only showed 10 characters, which is kind of disappointing. So I think there's like they might have said something in this trailer because it's in Japanese and everything, and I can't understand it. But like I'm not sure if they've said that there's gonna be like more characters after launch, or there's gonna be unlockable characters in the base game. I'm not sure. But it definitely is disappointing, showing that they're just showing off 10 characters here. And, like, I really hope it doesn't stay like this, because Daisy is missing. I mean, I'm not really concerned as much as Daisy missing than there being a lack of characters here. The only reason why I think they could have had less characters is because of the gear system they have in this game, like with the with like the armor and everything they have. But yeah, it definitely is kind of disappointing seeing that there's only 10 characters compared to the other games which have more. The other games did have unlockable characters, which makes me think that there actually will be unlockable characters in this game. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait until they say anything in the English version of this trailer, but considering that they did have unlockable characters in the other games, there is a possibility. I know Nintendo doesn't do unlockable characters as much as they have been, but this is developed by Next Level Games, and Next Level Games tends to differ a little bit from like other Nintendo subsidiaries or Nintendo games themselves. Like Luigi's Mansion 3 had a very unique DLC to it, and it also had Luigi's Mansion 3 didn't really feel like most Nintendo games in terms of how it was structured, and this game seems to be kind of following along those lines too. It doesn't really seem as structured as other Nintendo games are. So there is a possibility that there could be like an unlockable system, because later in the trailer it does show that there's unlockable things in this game. So there is a possibility that there could be unlockable characters, but I'm not sure. They could also be doing the fix it later approach, unfortunately. Like they haven't mentioned anything about it yet, because like they didn't say anything in this trailer unless they say it in the English version. Which does kind of give me hope that they're unlockables rather than like the other characters are actually in the game as unlockables. But yeah, and Charge, Diddy, Bowser Jr., PD were all unlockable captives. Yeah, I think there is definitely a possibility there could be unlockable characters, because like I said, Next Level does do things a little different than most of Nintendo's games, so we'll just have to see. And yeah, we could see like and I do like their attire and everything, even their base designs. Also, I just want to say the music in the background is great. Like the music in Mario Strikers Charged was really good. And this game so far seems like it's gonna be at least on the level of that game in terms of the soundtrack. And yeah, the armor or the gear or armor in this game looks really cool. Like I think it's gonna be customizable. You could like change the color of it, and I guess you could swap out different parts too, which is really interesting. And I'm sure they're gonna constantly upgrade or update it. Like Splatoon, they're gonna have like different like gear that you could buy. I feel like they're probably gonna do that. Probably, well, obviously for like coins, probably they're probably not gonna do like any kind of microtransactions. It's probably just gonna be like Splatoon, like where you just buy gear and everything. But yeah, it looks really cool. Like I really like how it looks on the characters and everything. That one is amazing, like the Tron Donkey Kong, as everyone is calling it on Twitter. I think that looks really cool, and I feel like there's a lot of potential for different types of gear and armor and everything. And then there's Luigi and everything. That I think that one was shown on, or that helmet that he has was shown on the first trailer. It would be cool if Luigi had some, like, Luigi's Mansion themed ones. Like, I'm pretty sure, Next Level might do that, since they developed Luigi's Mansion 3. And speaking of Luigi's Mansion 3, I feel like the Luigi model looks a lot like the Luigi's Mansion 3 one. Just, like, with his proportions and everything. And I guess the characters in general just look a lot like Luigi's Mansion 3, which makes a lot of sense. And I'm glad they're kind of going along the lines of Luigi's Mansion 3 in terms of the characters being expressive and everything. Because that's one of the highlights of Luigi's Mansion 3 for me, so I'm glad they're kind of carrying it over into this game. Yeah, there's some gloves there and everything. So yeah, I guess you could kind of mix and match them, which is really cool. It kind of adds even more customization. I guess you can even I guess the color customization is when you're creating the clubs. But you can kind of, honestly, it kind of reminds me, it's kind of a mixture of Splatoon and Mario Kart, like with Mario, well, I mean, obviously, it's a little more, complex than Mario Kart's, kart parts, but I feel like it's definitely kind of comparable to Splatoon, like with this, and I feel like they're probably gonna add, this seems like the perfect opportunity to add, like, more of these later, and honestly, this doesn't really count as any, like, significant content, so that, like, that wouldn't really be something that I would mind them adding later. Like, if they already have, like, a bunch of, armor and gear in the game, like, it kind of makes sense that they'd add more later. That is cool. I like these, that one Tron outfit on Mario. And yeah, you can see, like, they definitely, change up the stats and everything. Like, that is actually pretty significant, that speed boost there. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. So the characters are very customized, like very customizable this time. There's definitely going to be like a lot of tier lists based on both the characters and like some of the gear in the game and everything. And there's Wario. That's like power. That's mostly what Wario's based around. I like how Wario, like, he just, like... Wait, let me see, like... Yeah, I like how he just throws the ball over. Like, that's such a Wario thing to do. Like he wouldn't kick it, he'd just throw it. He'd just chuck it over to Mario. I don't like soccer that much, but this looks interesting. Yeah, Mario Strikers is always really fun. But yeah, there's, yeah, 8 players at a time is nice, but, honestly, this character selection... Like, it seems weird that they're just gonna have this character selection. It honestly seems like they're gonna do something else, either if it's gonna be updates or unlockable characters. Like, I feel like it's either gonna be one of those, like, they're gonna have characters in some way, like either unlockable or added later, but it just seems weird that you could have up to 8 players and 8 players in a game at a time. And you can only select eight characters, which is, I feel like that's kind of weird. Um, so I feel like there's definitely something. Like, we're probably gonna get more elaboration on it later, but that was just the Nintendo Switch Online message. Okay, so here's a menu here. It kind of has the background. I guess it's just gonna show like the base characters in the game and everything. I actually translated this earlier, because one of these, on like a website when I first watched it, like one of these it says, is like a general online play, just a random room. And then I think one of these, or like the, I forgot what this one is. It said like, it didn't really, this one didn't translate well. This one said something like add 2 players or something like that. Then one of these down here said like friend online multiplayer. Yeah, I think that's like the random. I'm glad there's like a lot of online options. Because I feel like this game is going to be perfect in online. This game was built for online. Because Mario Strikers, it did have online, but it was on the Wii, so it was kind of the more archaic online. And I really hope they implement the newer online infrastructure into this game, like the newer, like the online systems that Nintendo has, so it's not as laggy as some of their other games. Like with Mario Party Superstars, I really hope they have some online system like that. The random guy said Aces and Super Rush didn't have any unlockables. There's no way this game is going to have unlockables. So my reasoning behind the fact that it might have unlockables, because they didn't have anything mentioning, well, I have a couple of reasons. One, it's not developed by Camelot, and Next Level Games usually has different practices from other Nintendo games. Like Luigi's Mansion DLC was a lot different than anything else that Nintendo did. And they also, like, I feel like that game also had like a lot of, like, the way that game was structured felt a lot different from Nintendo's other games. And the other Mario Strikers games had unlockable characters. I know that's definitely not saying anything, because Aces and Super Rush didn't have unlockable characters. But the fact that they didn't mention, like, more characters being added later, I'm kind of, like, on the fence about this one. I'm thinking it's either, like, they're gonna add them later or they're unlockable. I'm not sure. I think it's probably gonna be either one. But, like, the only some of the reasons I think it's gonna be unlockables, if that's what they're doing, is because like kind of how Next Level does things differently. We really don't know, because Next Level hasn't done like a game other than Luigi's Mansion or any other of their projects that they made. They really haven't done a huge online multiplayer game. I guess Metroid Prime Federation Force, I mean, I wouldn't really count that since that wasn't really popular, and they really haven't done like any kind of game centering around online multiplayer too much. I guess Luigi's Mansion 3 had that. I guess what I mean is kind of like Next Level mostly does things differently, but I feel like they're probably going to go either way. Okay, actually, I forgot to mention, this is Peach's Castle. I actually got a prediction right. So like I was saying about the characters having different themed stages, this one is based on Peach's Castle here. It's going to show it more later in the trailer. But I really like that. That looks really cool. They didn't make it, I think they made it look more like the Odyssey design, which is actually what I predicted. I know it's kind of unique. Like, it has like a whole unique style going for it. But I actually kind of predicted that, like with Peach's Castle and everything. So I got one of my predictions from like 24 hours ago correct. Okay, I just want to talk about these renders here, or the art style, or the artwork for this game. They look amazing, absolutely amazing. I think they actually topped charged here. Like the art style just looks genuinely amazing. Like I'm actually gonna look on the website because there's definitely more renders on there. But it okay, this it's going into the clubs now. Okay, I can't understand this obviously, but I think this might possibly mean like you can join 20 clubs. That's what I'm guessing. Is this is like the clubs on here or the leagues? Okay, and then this is like the settings for customizing your league, and I really like that. It's kind of like the clubs on here is like a really cool aspect because like it could definitely create communities behind this game, and like I feel like it's definitely going to keep this game alive, like since there's like a more customizable aspect of it. And I have a lot of ideas for this. I'm definitely going to create like some kind of club thing within my Discord server. I'm going to have a few people join it. Let me know if you're interested in joining it. Like once this game releases. Yeah, I think this is one like I think like the way the clubs work is where like a few people can join at a time and then you can join or you can like fight against another one. I'm not sure what this is comparable to. I guess it's kind of like a I guess even kind of like a mini esports team, I guess. I guess it's or a Discord server or something like where you're kind of like competing against something or I'm not sure, but it's kind of like a small group you can have, and then you can have like a few people compete against another one. Actually, I guess it's kind of comparable to somewhat comparable to the Smash Arenas, even though that's kind of a different setup. But this is more like having a team and going up against another one. And I guess you could even have like a actually, I'm not sure if it's going into that yet, but I'll mention about the customization. I guess it's getting different points. Okay, I think this is like a ranking system. I think that's what it is here. Also, I like the icons that they have in this game. Like, I really like the style of them, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of them. They're going to be like one of the customizable things in this game. If they mention free updates, then I'll lose all hope for Mario sports games. I don't think they've mentioned free updates unless they said it on the website. Oh yeah, and you could customize your your jersey and everything and your colors. Oh yeah, and there's also the different yeah, there's like a lot of customization here. Like there's like you can see here you can have like the whole I guess you could play on like the whole stage here. That's like the Luigi's Mansion one, which is really cool. Yeah, and you can like build it up. That is really cool. How you can actually kind of customize it and upgrade it and everything. I don't know what that sound was, but that was something outside. But okay, so I think that one's the Donkey Kong one, or that might be a Yoshi one, like a Yoshi Beach one or something like that. I know these have different forms, which is really interesting. But actually, yeah, that's the Donkey Kong one. That might be a different form since it looks slightly different from the other ones. So I think that's pretty cool how they have different forms. Like they're almost kind of like designed differently. Like some of them, like they have different layouts. Like this one has like a river going through it, which I don't remember seeing on like the early part of the trailer. Actually, let me go back and check. Yeah, this one has a different design from. Let me see this one. So they're technically they have some differences to them. I'm not sure if this is a different stage entirely, but it might still be the Donkey Kong one. But it's really interesting how they actually have different forms. Yeah, like the Bowser's Castle one looks different too. Like it doesn't have the whole wall going around or the whole tower and everything on it. And I think the volcano is a little bigger than the one from the like beginning, I think. But yeah, I think it's really interesting how these take on different forms. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is more of an earlier game one because and honestly, I think these might be some of I think there might also be a like more like a more of a mode where you unlock certain things like I was saying earlier, like a career mode kind of but they might have to announce that in another. Actually, let me look at some of these areas. Yeah. Actually, was there something that I forgot to mention? Actually, it might be later in the trailer. But yeah, overall, this game is looking really good. Even though it might have some issues, like with content, I still think there's a lot of polish here. So this game is leaning closer to Super Mario Strikers with no hazards on the stages. The two points with the hyper strikes and the normal charge shots. Yeah, I definitely think it is leaning towards the style of the first game. Both like with mechanics and everything, because I've played Charged and I'm like only Charged and I've noticed some differences. And I think visually it's also the design is also kind of leaning towards the first game too, since it doesn't really have as much of a post-apocalyptic setting to it. There was something I missed, I think. There was like some kind of customization feature I missed. I forgot the C back here. There was like I'm not sure if I missed it or not. There was something. Yeah, I saw this, but there was also the one with Peach's Castle. I swore there was one where they were customizing the goal somewhere. But yeah, you could I really do like that customization aspect. There was another part, I'm not sure if it was the same trailer or it was something different, but I remember seeing actually no, it wasn't on the trailer. It was on the website. Okay, so I'm going to go on the website here now and take a look at some of the things on here, since I think there's some information that wasn't on the trailer. That one's from the original. But yeah, we can see some of these renders here, which look absolutely amazing. Like, I think this looks great. Like, this, like, I was kind of worried if they were going to bring back Strikers, it wouldn't have as much charm or style. Even though this doesn't have the same style that, like the original or Charged has, I feel like it still has a unique style, and they are bringing back that amazing art style from the first two games, and these renders look absolutely amazing. Like, I feel like they're even an improvement from Charged, like the renders from Charged. They look really good. But we'll have to find some things. I like that thing in the background there, like with the Toad armor. It just shows the armor. Okay. So I'm just gonna look through the website here. Strategy. They even make Boom Boom look interesting. Like, you'd think Boom Boom, not really that interesting of a character, looks really nice in this art style. Like, I even made a tweet about it earlier. Like, like, I feel like this art style kind of makes anything go hard. And there's another render for Mario, Luigi that looks really nice, Bowser, Peach, Rosalina. It's really cool seeing Rosalina in this style now. Looks really nice. Toad, Yoshi, Donkey. That looks really cool. The Donkey Kong one looks really nice. And then obviously Wario and Waluigi. That Waluigi one has a lot of detail in it, and that looks really nice. Now I wonder if Battle League will have a career mode. I'm thinking it probably will, because I feel like I don't think they would just do a regular mode in online. I mean, I feel like a career mode makes a lot of sense. Like I'm not sure. Like we really don't like until we get like an English trailer and everything. I'm not sure if we'll fully know because I feel like there's some information that we're just not gonna know until they release this in English. But there's another one for Peach with which looks really nice. And then there's also more video footage on here. So actually, I think that was in the trailer. Or no, that wasn't in the trailer specifically, but actually, I'm not. This might have been in the trailer. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's just showing that's just showing the various moves and everything. Um, I'm not sure exactly what this is here. Someone might have to translate it. Oh, I think it might be the like the stats that characters have. Like some characters have different advantages and everything. Um, really like these screenshots. These look really nice. I'm gonna actually let me scroll. Okay, I went through all of them. I'm gonna go over to the next one here. Clubs or the club team. Okay, this is the one that had a lot of customization that I was interested in. I need to find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is, right here. Yeah, this video right here. This looks really interesting. It looks like there's a lot of options here, and look, you can even change the goal. There's a lot of different styles. That is really cool. You can change like the turf. I guess you could change a lot of things about it. I think that's really nice. Okay. Okay, that's just the videos. Okay, now I'm gonna go over to the news here, which is actually translated, probably not translated well, but we could at least see. I like how it says combined soccer and martial arts. That render is really cool. I really okay. That's what I was talking about earlier when I said Wario was doing the shoulder bash. That's really cool. I really like that reference because that's actually a Wario Land reference. They brought it back in WarioWare Get It Together as Wario's main move in that game, but I think it's nice to see it here too. I guess it kind of falls in line with my prediction of Wario having some kind of reference to his franchise. Okay, that's more of stuff that we already know. Gear that allows you to customize the appearance and abilities of your character. The abilities of power up differs for each gear, and the parameters can be changed by changing the combination of gears equipped in the head, arm, body, and legs. Okay. belong to a strikers club, and aim for a higher division in a season match. That's kind of a poor translation. That's probably just rankings. Oh, that's what it meant by 20. You can have up to 20 people. Okay, that is cool. Yeah, you could have up to 20 people. So they wouldn't all be playing at once. You'd have 4 people at a time. So it's basically like one big group you can have. Like I guess you could even like make like a Discord server for your club and everything. That is pretty cool. And I guess these are different matches here. Um, you could be a part of, yeah, season matches. You could customize it too, like the customized area, which is really interesting. Okay, I want to see this. When a club member participates in a season match or an open match, the club earns club coins. Club owners can use the club coins to customize their home stadium by changing the theme of the stadium, the turf of the pitch, the appearance of the fence and goals, and more. You can change the uniform and the club logo in detail, so you can make the club team more unique, which is really, really cool. I really like that customization. Like you can see here, like this is more of like a um, I wouldn't say it's more of like a basic Bowser's Castle, more than like it's more of kind of like a volcano styled area here, rather than just like Bowser's Castle being built around here. I think that's really interesting. It really kind of increases the variety in this game and everything, and considering that each character might get a stage, considering that this is like Bowser and everything, there's probably going to be a lot of possibilities in this game. So, and then there's like a more built up Bowser's Castle stage here. So that's just like purchasing information. But yeah, that's so far what we know about Mario Strikers Battle League. They were mostly going into gameplay mechanics in the online mode. I feel like there's still more to show off here. There's still more things that they could show. Since they didn't really talk much about local play, I don't think they talked about it at all. I think they just talked about online multiplayer and game mechanics. So I think there probably is going to be more modes, like a career mode and stuff like that. I hope there is. Because they mostly, this was mostly focused around gameplay mechanics and the online and everything. So yeah, so far this game is looking really good so far. Or I said so far twice, but anyway, it's looking really good. I'm really looking forward to it, and I want to know your thoughts on the game. Are you interested in it so far, or do you want to see more of it? So far, I think this is looking really good. There might be some issues with content, but I think it looks pretty polished, and it looks like it has a lot going for it. So I'm still really excited about it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this stream. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.